Street close, range sneak slow. Enemies need hope, demons is deemed most. Got my trust on thin, nice and sleek slopes. People wonder why I BEEZ ghost. Please no, don't take it personal. Growing up, I waited for this earth to move. Now this earth is what I circle through. Let a man preach a word or two. You gonna hear this truth. Watch it. I go by the name of Tony. I am a musician. And what inspires me is my ancestors. My blackness inspires me. My family inspires me. The higher power inspires me. But most of all, I'm possessed by destiny, so I'm just playing my role. Now, as a musician, I just make a soundtrack to my journey in life. So that passion is natural. And I'm gonna keep this going, all right? Black power, baby.
JaFleu. I'm one of the head curators at Exhibit Treal. The reason I put this exhibit together, one of the first paintings I made that was addressing these kind of issues was this piece back here. The guy who is kind of like the God figure in this piece that is being prayed to is an example of an angel ancestor, which my friend Anna, when he was, we'll get to Anna a little later. But I painted this piece after Eric Garner happened. And every day, on every single brick, since 2014 and since Eric Garner died, every day I had to write a new name, a different race, a different person, a different situation, someone who died from gun violence. It took such a toll on me, I couldn't do it anymore. I had to get rid of that thing. I couldn't do it anymore. I had to store it somewhere. It's one of the first times I've seen it in a long time. And it brings back these memories. And it makes me think, what are we doing to each other? What are we doing to our community? What are we doing? Why don't we care? How can we not care? These are lives. These are people. These are innocent people who just want to live. All right, well, my name is Jason JaFleu. Some people call me JaFleu. I'm a self-taught Haitian artist, but I'm also a curator. I'm one of the co-founders of Exhibit Treal, which is a nonprofit organization through West Palm Beach Carnival. And what that is, it allows us to, what we do is we create art shows and art opportunities for artists across the board to express themselves to the arts for minorities, giving them opportunities where they didn't have it. And myself, particularly this exhibition, what we wanted to do with I To America is to create works where artists got to speak to America about certain issues that need to be touched on. And it was important to have it on 9/11 because of the fact of, what the terrorist attacks that occurred. Because in essence, we continuously have terrorist attacks that aren't addressed, whether it becomes police brutality or gang violence or the systematic destruction of who we are. And it's important as artists to speak up. Nina Simone said that how can the artists not reflect the times? So the challenge was for artists to create these pieces that would be them being able to speak to America and speak about what they're going through. For instance, one of the pieces that I made was this one. It's part of the series. It's called Terrorizing the Unarmed Males. Now in this piece, what I wanted to do was take that imagery of like a man on the cross and Jesus on the cross, that idea, and show how we as a people, and you can't really identify color-wise because of all the different colors of who they are, but we, the people, are being oppressed and being persecuted and forsaken and for nothing. And it was just my way of being like, we are defenseless and we're being attacked. So with art, it's always been important to me to create works that showed, that were a call of action, that made you feel something. Because art is the best and the easiest way to speak to somebody's heart without getting it confused, because you're just being honest. You're expected to be honest. And so this exhibit was just one of our ways to let artists get things off their chest and speak on whether it be Flint, the wars in Flint, whether it be like the wars that we go through with each other, whether it be like what's happening with the police or gang violence with ourselves. It's about us. It's being open season. It's just us speaking. So this exhibition, it was important to me to do it. And I'm honored that the artists are showcasing the Palm Beach allowed us to be here in the Jiggers house. So that's what that is. Yeah.
I'm saying it used to be big Nikes and sweaters like an old person. Now it's black tee, snapbacks, and Converses. Dog, these rappers are so worthless. I don't even converse unless it's about verses. Young and black. I hope I make it to 25. You say you made it. You say that you made it out alive. There's a reason why I act so wild. They pull a fire out and smoke you when you black and mild. Now I'm mad at judo because I be on Mars like Bruno. My lyrics kick in like judo, I can group them more than Cusco. I got zero competition, man. I'm telling you the truth. They couldn't kill me on the track if they shot me in the blue.
About your art, what inspires you, basically your story.
Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez, I'm bad at interviews. My name Kimo. I like writing raps and eating peanut butter sandwiches, you know. My music is, how do I put it? I want to say my music is excitingly somber. My music is aggressively emotional, but not like whiny. But anyhow, I don't know. I'm out of Palm Beach. I was making music from like what? 14, yeah. It's not too long. You know, I've been cool, and I dropped Dimension on SoundCloud, Dimension on Spinrilla. Shit, man. What inspires me? Good music. Bad music, yeah. Chinese food, and tea. Ooh, alright, chill out. Nah. See, that's a whole different category. Chill out. There's Earl Grey, chamomile, lemongrass, extra. Like there's like pumpkin teas. I don't know.
I'm KYTA BEEZ. My name is Nikita Haynes, Nixie Allison, and I'm inspired by life, by everything around me, by Jehovah's beautiful planet, and I love art, I love music, I love the trees, I love everything. And I love taking pictures, and I just basically want to capture moments in time because time is so fleeting, it's our most precious resource. So to be able to capture a moment, it almost feels like it's magic in a way to go back and be able to look on it, and that's what I love about photography, and that's what I'm going to do for the rest of my life. It's my passion. So thank you guys for caring about what I take pictures of.
I start with the pieces. I did two pieces. Yes, this one here. It's called "The Brightest Burning Black Star." It basically deals with, we'll make up the black family, black man, woman, and child. And just things that we're dealing with today, been dealing with since the beginning of time, basically. And just it's an illustration of it. I just incorporated it with the American flag, and it's relevant to the day if you pay attention to what's taking place, what's been taking place. Within it, you see a star and you see a man and a woman, kind of like, embracing each other, holding each other. And you got the stars that make up the blue part, the blue square in the American flag. You got the stars around it, but you got this big black star that's supposed to be, deteriorating or burning or going through a change or whatever. And you got the red and white stripes down here, but the flag itself is just, it's battered. But and it's just also, undertone in the, blacks built the country, built America. Even though we treated it as if we didn't, but we did. And that was for a previous show, and it was inspired by the theme of the show, but it was something I wanted to, illustrate, through how I see things or whatever. The one next to it is American Pharaoh. That's basically, so it's not that complex. Basically, it's not that much depth to it, but it's basically it's a pharaoh. If a pharaoh popped up right now in America, you probably wouldn't recognize him. You know what I mean? But he's rocking the Nemesis with the American flag or whatever. Same way a lot of people rock the like a towel or whatever. But it's American. You're American made, you know what I mean? made in America. But it's a lot of, again, more undertones with the flag itself, you know, what it stands for today, the history with the flag. Many people got their own interpretations of what the flag stands for, historically what it stands for. You got just it's symbols, you know what I mean? And it's all wrapped up into this individual. This, obviously, he's a male, black male, a male of darker skin, and he's a pharaoh in his own right. You know, it's not determined what he's gonna become. He's gonna become something, but you know, we don't know what that is. He's a ruler in his own right, and it's on black canvas because I wanted the colors to, you know what I mean, like just ride that black wave or whatever, like really shine through or whatever. And it's done in oil, and I've been experimenting with oil a little bit lately, so just trying to get nicer with it. But those are a breakdown for the two pieces. They was appropriate for the show. I kind of kept a theme with them, with the American flag, as you can see throughout. So I guess a lot of people got their own feelings of what, what's going on in America, currently. We got an election coming up. We got a lot of changes coming. A lot of changes taking place now, whether you're aware of it or not. Those are my two pieces. For myself, I have a lot of my art deals with pharaohs. It's starting to take a more realistic twist now. But that's a big body of my work, if you look into it. And I just want to keep, putting out pieces that make you think, spark some thoughts, make you want to do some research because they're going to get deeper. But at the same time, I don't want to get too deep, to lose everybody in it. But I just want to provoke thought and, awareness, some type of awareness. Whether it be about where you living, where you came from, where you going, and just, about yourself, learn about yourself too, where, your origins. But that's sign off time. Jamal, Visualist, thank you.
Hi, I'm Dr. Catherine Lowe. I'm president and founder of Artist Showcase of the Palm Beaches. We're located here at the historic Jenkins House, and we're very excited today to have had on 9/11, the 15-year anniversary of the Twin Towers, to have a social injustice show, which really was both a visual and performing arts presentation that has been put on and curated by Jason. He has done a wonderful job. It has been very inspiring. It has been empowering. It has been spiritually and politically and economically and socially motivating. I think it's been a powerful, powerful exhibit. It has been very moving. It has touched a lot of people's hearts. I think it has inspired a number of millennials that I am extremely excited about, because I keep saying to millennials when I talk to them that I think it's very important for them to be involved at a local level politically, to know the issues that are happening in their community. We always like the medium of art because art is supposed to be apolitical. But it always is a great forum to set up, to talk about positive discussions, to talk about where we need to be going forward. I always think that in our community, our artists are probably the most important people. And I say that because whenever you go to a foreign country or a different country, the first thing you want to go to is to visit their museums. Because in their museums, it really tells you about a people, their culture, their society, their way of life, and what is important to them. So, and I guess when I've gone to look at exhibits and to do things, or even to travel in different countries, it's always interesting to see how people are expressing what's happening in their society at the time. And I think you can tell when a society is young, when it's on its decline, or if it's kind of faltering or wavering or whatever, based on what kind of art is being created at the time. We have been very excited here at the historic Jenkins House. Dr. Joseph Wiley Jenkins and Mrs. Roberta Jenkins have been great pillars in this community. They were here in the early 40s here in West Palm Beach. They were high society. They lived in a beautiful house that was designed by Mrs. Jenkins from her hometown in Petey, North Carolina, with the great columns. And one of our great pillars, Dr. Alice Moore, said that we right here in West Palm Beach have a wonderful house in the African American community that is a White House. It's grandeur. It's on the top of the hill of Division, one of the highest elevations in the city of West Palm Beach. It looked over east towards the intercoastal Palm Beach and the Atlantic Ocean. She had wonderful teas here, society teas, for a lot of her friends from Palm Beach who would come. So I tell the young people in this community, you have come from greatness. This has been a wonderful community. You need to learn the history, we need to preserve it, and we need to build upon it, because we are standing on the shoulders and the backs of some wonderful, great people in this community. So I think when young people hear that, they get hope, they get inspiration. They need to learn that it's important they get a good education. They learn their history. They become very well-rounded, and not only do they do their math, their science, and their English, but they learn culture, they learn the arts, they learn both the visual and the performing arts, and they become great citizens. And we make all of our society better for everyone. So I think that's really important. I think our millennials do have a big responsibility if they're going to be able to have clean water, clean air, good food, be healthy and happy and
Hey everybody, my name is
prosperous.
Kinson Sovereign. I've been painting a little over 2.5 years. And the inspiration behind this piece right here is the red, white, and blue. The red represents, I call it the dreaded oppressed. This represents the hair of the person. The blue is the person. I feel like it is our blood that helped create this nation. And as it pertains to this artwork right here, or this piece right here, I call it Endless War, because a little after graduating from the college, I thought to myself, who's gonna take me out first? Because I was pushing close to 25 years old, and I was like, you know, I paid attention. A lot of great people died at the age of 25, I believe. And I was wondering, is it gonna be a black male or a white male? So I call this piece Endless Cycle. That's me in a nutshell real quick.
What's going on, folks? Erwin, aka Zoetry. We're here at the I Tour America. It was an awesome exhibit. Learned some history about the Jenkins house here in West Palm Beach. So, you know, we had a just good conversation, and you know, people getting together and having the conversations about how we can inspire change, and understanding that there's several different ways that we could do it. There's some we're going to do it in the community, but we also at the same time got to start, you know, looking into those local elections. You know, starting to build power and starting to, you know, move things around. So I'm excited about it. If we really take time and look at this moment right now, we got a time to revise the book, to kind of flip how things are going. We have that time frame right now for us to rewrite it. And so, you know, I'm excited about that. There's awesome things going on just in Palm Beach, period. You know, we got people doing drum circles. We got talented people like the one who's capturing me right now, Mr. Maverick. I mean, Palm Beach has got some awesome things going. I want to be part of that group that helps it all come together. We got folks putting plays together with you know, PIMP and the Pleasant City play that's coming up. We got artists. There's so much great people. And whether someone wants to fight spiritually, whether someone wants to be strategic, whether someone, you know, want to fight militantly, we can come together and do some awesome things. So, all right, that's Palm Beach. I mean, we're doing a lot of things.
Hi, I'm Josephine Mulcahy, and I'm the Director of Development for Artist Showcase of the Palm Beaches. I actually started working for Artist Showcase because I lost my full-time job and I was looking for something part-time. And working for this organization has just been really an amazing experience, and it's been great, you know, and for me to see these little kids who were affected by learning art, you know, and learning to care about themselves and to believe in themselves, sometimes for the first time, just really is a wonderful thing. It's interesting because, you know, obviously I'm white, and And, you know, I've always been aware of the racial issues in this country, and it's always been something that has really bothered me. And, you know, to realize that my generation didn't fix it, when the reality of that set in, it was a pretty extreme moment of my life that, you know, I really couldn't understand how that happened. And now being a part of this and being white, you know, I think it's important for more people like myself who've been brought up, you know, not having to worry about being stopped by a policeman or, you know, not having to worry about a lot of other things, that it's important for us to stand up for our brothers and sisters. It's important for us to stand up for our brown brothers and sisters and our black brothers and sisters, because this country has such a horrific history of treating people badly. And as I was saying to Dr. Lowe before, Lawrence O'Donnell did a piece on the pipeline, the Standing Rock pipeline, which I've gotten involved in. And what he said was, he said, you know, if people wonder in this country why other countries don't respect us and are afraid of us and, you know, just don't want to have anything to do with us, it's because they're watching. They're watching to see how we treat our own people. You know, and it's something that really hit me, and it's something that's just so true. So I'm just hoping that I know I can do just a very small part, but you know, Mother Teresa was always someone who I really looked up to. And she said, you know, we can do no great things. We can just do small things with great love. You know, and if I can help one small bit, you know, then I have to. And I think that's our responsibility as human beings.
Again, I'm Dr. Catherine Lowe, President and founder of Artist Showcase of the Palm Beaches, located here at the historic Jenkins House. I know you had asked me what really kind of inspired me and got me started and involved with the arts. And I didn't talk about what happened when I was in college. Many years ago when I was in college at the University of Florida in Gainesville, in my sophomore year, I believe in one of my humanities professors, I think it was, Professor Hart, he kept telling me that I wasn't getting things right. And I guess I was having a problem understanding what it was to be right. And I did enjoy the fact that he had us to start going to see the Florida players and enjoying theater. And then we got around to visual arts, and we got around to Picasso, so he's supposedly the greatest artist in the 20th century. And that's when I got excited, because when I read about Picasso, and it basically said that Picasso was inspired by the African mask. And from that, a whole movement of Cubism started from that. And then there were so many European artists who started seeing things from a different perspective and all, shapes and sizes and all of that being very, very different. And then a whole new movement started. So I got very excited that, all of this was inspired by the African mask. So the paper that I wrote, I basically said that all people contribute something positive to mankind. And I know people who look like me have done so much in the arts field: music, jazz, blues, hip hop, rap, all kinds of music, and basically theater, poetry. All of the great people who have contributed. So and that was some of that was prior, but I wrote about that, and my professor still told me, well, Kathy, I still don't think that you quite see it right. So I think that started me on my journey of collecting, and I really wanted to start collecting artists, especially artists of color, who have contributed something positive, and especially art that I thought was historically significant. So I guess that's been now my journey for probably close to 30 years or more of collecting art that's basically I collect all art, but especially I can collect African American art that I think is historically significant. And I think it was my college professor who kept telling me I didn't quite have it right that kind of sparked me on to make me know, to really learn more history and things like that, and to make sure that everybody has their proper place in history. And I think some of the history books need to be rewritten so that we do have our proper place in history. And that's why, again, tell the millennials to learn well, study well, learn your history, and make sure that you tell your story from your perspective. Thank you.